Hi everybody, I'm Patrick Dockry. In my life, I have worn many hats and tasted many flavors. As I travel the world, I explore the finest cities in search for culture, history, and great food. Along the way, I get to meet today's most interesting celebrities, focusing on the positive side of life, allowing them to share their causes, charities, and what truly fascinates them. We cook and dine with some of the finest chefs of our time, preparing healthy and delicious meals in some of the hottest restaurants. Also, we showcase the latest, most creative, and hippest trends of beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. I pursue my passion for health and fitness and acquire some of the most innovative wellness strategies. And now, I want to share this all with you. So come along on this amazing journey, and together we will experience a world of health, beauty, and life. On today's show, we visit the Walt Disney Family Museum. It's here that we discover Walt's passion for creating and innovation that led him to the forefront of animation and filmmaking. The museum is dedicated to Walt's life story through the obstacles he faced and ultimately his triumphs. We show how, through it all, he created a world only he could have imagined. Then it's time to relax and sip one of the many signature cocktails at the world-famous Tonga Room and Hurricane Bar in the historic Fairmont San Francisco Hotel. With its tropical paradise setting, real rain, and umbrella, the Tonga Room is still the best tiki lounge in the world. But first, let's head to the Walt Disney Family Museum. Located in the scenic Presidio of San Francisco, the Walt Disney Family Museum brings to life the fascinating achievements and inspiring story of Walt Disney. Co-founded by Walt Disney's daughter, Diane Disney Miller, and grandson Walter E.D. Miller, the museum is owned and operated by the Walt Disney Family Foundation. In a former U.S. Army barracks, which was renovated by renowned architect David Rockwell, this 40,000 square foot museum tells the story of the man behind the myth through Walt Disney's own voice.
The day I got out of that California Limited, I just was free and happy, you know. It was in 1923, but I failed. I think it's important to have a good failure with it.
And interactive galleries featuring historic materials and artifacts, early drawings and animations, movies, music, state-of-the-art technologies, listening stations, more than 200 video screens, and much more. Hi everybody, today we're here at the Walt Disney Family Museum with Annelle Muller. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Now I heard something that this is about the third happiest place on earth.
Well, according to Tom Hanks, it is.
And then today, we're going to have an abbreviated version of this amazing tour.
So we're going to start here in the lobby.
Sure.
And this lobby represents, well, it has examples of a lot of the awards that Walt won over his lifetime. In his lifetime, he won over 900 awards.
Wow.
This space only has 248 of them. And of course, you know, when people come here, the case that they are most enthralled with is that case with those little golden guys.
The gold guys, yeah.
Walt Disney remains the person to have won the most Academy Awards to date.
Wow.
With 32, and he also has the most nominations to date with
That's amazing,
59.
because he deserves it.
Yeah, well, you know.
Of course, he's pretty good.
Pretty good at his job.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the last piece, which a lot of people are very excited about, is this furniture, which actually was in the Disneyland department.
Right, above Main Street, right? Yep. Yeah, I remember that. He used to stay there, right?
He would, and it was a great place to bring his grandkids, and you know, it was their weekend home. That's what they did. The lamp is always the one piece I always mention, because when he was there, the light would always be on. Right. And people knew boss is here. And after he passed away, the light remains on to symbolize that his spirit is always present.
That's incredible, yeah. So a lot of this is like screens, interactive type of situation. How does it work?
Well, it depends. Every gallery is different, and every gallery is really built to you know, communicate the time period and what's going on. Right. So in this gallery, it's, you know, older, more turn of the century. Sure. Walt was born on December 5th, 1901. Okay. So that's where you start. All right, that's good. But it'll go all the way through till he goes to France during World War I. So when Walt came back from France, he didn't go back to live in Chicago with his family, who was living there at the time. Instead, he decided to go to Kansas City. And when he was there, he got a job at the Kansas City Film Ad. And that's the first time he discovered animation. Okay. And that's what this is kind of dedicated to, right? Pretty much, yeah. He, you know, when he started, it's funny, people think that he just started drawing animation, you know, the traditional 2D, and in fact, he started with stop motion. And that inspired him to find an easier way to animate, way to animate. And so he just started experimenting, and we have videos.
Yeah, there's some of the artifacts over there of how he placed the camera and did his own systems to make it more efficient, right?
And he used his family as the guinea pigs.
Oh, yeah.
Made them try out all kinds of...
I saw the broken milk bottle technique over there.
Yes, his niece.
Pretty cool.
And so he just started working on that and doing some work on his own, and he got confident enough that he branched out on his own and started his own company, Laugh-O-Grams.
Okay.
And they did some updated fairy tales, and you can see some of those in here. Cinderella, Puss in Boots, those kinds of films. And unfortunately for him, his distributor went bankrupt before he paid him the money he owed him. So Walt went bankrupt as well. So his first company was a failure. Well, a lot of times people have failures before they have success. Yes. Just keep going, right? And it worked out. And it worked out for him because his brother Roy, his older brother Roy, was in Hollywood and said, you know what, just come out here, buy a ticket and come to Hollywood. Right on. That's nice to have connections. Hollywood land before the land fell off. Right now it's Hollywood, right? Yeah, so Walt gets here in 1923, but with him he brings reels of this experiment he shot before Laugh-O-Grams went bankrupt, and it's called Alice's Wonderland. And the whole premise behind it is taking a live action figure and putting her into an animated environment. And he gets a bite from the woman who distributes Felix, the cat. Felix the cat, yeah. And that's the woman right behind you. Here, this lady here? Nice portrait right there of Margaret Winkler. Okay. And she agrees. She says, you know what, this is great, let's do it. And so she gives him the contract to distribute the Alice comedies, and he gets to work. The first thing he does, of course, is write a letter to the little girl mom to bring her out. The little girl's only 5. Which is Alice. Yes. Little girl Alice. Her real name is Virginia Davis. Okay. And so this is that letter. And that letter is considered to be the beginning of the Disney company, essentially. Declaration of Independence, if you will, for the Disney company. And she comes out and they start making the Alice comedies. Walt Disney, cartoonist. And so they'll make, you know, many Alice comedies, over 50 of them. Stick around, there's a lot more magic ahead. Welcome back to the museum that Mickey built. So this is considered to be the earliest known drawing of Mickey Mouse. We can't say it's the first because we're not absolutely positive, but when we acquired it, it was all folded up as if someone put it in their coat pocket, drew it and put it in their coat pocket. What we think, the best story that we can come up with for this piece is that when Walt got back from that meeting in New York, he sat down and had a secret meeting with his brother Roy, Les Clark, a young animator in UB Iwerks, and presented the idea. And this is the drawing that came out of it. And you'll notice from the drawing that right in the beginning, Minnie Mouse is already part of it. So, yeah, you know, right, Mickey was never by himself. He always had his partner. So basically they decide, okay, let's do it. Let's start working on Mickey Mouse, but they do it in secret because they're still under contract to Charles Mintz. Okay. And so they start working on it, and they basically start developing 3 cartoons at the same time: Steamboat Willie, Plain Crazy, and Gallopin' Gaucho. And the first one that was going to be released is Plain Crazy. However, when they go to the theater owners, they're like, we don't need another animated creature. You know, black and white animated creature. There needs to be something different. Give us something different. And so Walt goes back, and after discussions, he decides, you know what about sound? How about we add sound? And that's exactly what they do. And they release Steamboat Willie on November 18th, 1928. And as they say, the rest is really history. Oh, there, because then it put the sound, the picture, and all of it, and then it just started moving forward from there. Yep. Wow. The museum has multiple exhibits that walk visitors through different times in Walt Disney's life. Learn how Walt raised animation to an art, transformed the film industry, tirelessly pursued innovation, and created a global, distinctively American legacy that continues to influence and inspire. Well, this is the Snow White room. Is that the secret that I wasn't supposed to? Yeah, you kind of let the cat out of the bag. Well, that was the gamble? This is the big gamble that Walt takes right after, you know, they finish innovating and working with Silly Symphonies. And actually, the main reason that they decide to do a feature-length animated film is not just a creative reason, but it's also an opportunity for them because the Depression has hit at this point in the United States. The shorts that they're making have gotten very expensive. The theaters are really not, you know, requesting them at the same rate because they rather show 2 features back to back. And so they decide, you know what, let's do it. Let's shoot this film and just go for it.
Yeah, and they were a little concerned if people would actually watch a cartoon or an animation for an hour and a half.
Because, you know, an animation up until this point wasn't something that really evoked a lot of emotion or a lot of feeling. And so, you know, Walt felt that his team was ready. Although his team wasn't as big as he needed, so one of the first things he had to do was to hire people. And he starts basically recruiting men to do the work, and a lot of them end up coming to the studio, some with art backgrounds, some with no art backgrounds.
So he had to train them.
So he trains them, so he starts a school. So he starts an art school with a Chouinard art instructor, comes in to basically teach his guys. And so he starts hiring people, and at one point it becomes so full at the studio that they're working elbow to elbow. There's really not a lot of space to move around. Walt is not a big fan of it, but the animators love it. They love it. They think it's a real creative melting pot.
Get that Microsoft thing going.
Yeah, and they can feed off each other, and they're learning, and they go to work. And one of the first things that happens with Snow White is that the story becomes the center of the entire film. If you don't have a story, you're not going to have a film. That's going to be the core, and it's going to stay like that from now on. All the future films that they make, story will be king.
That's right. As you progress through this fascinating museum, you will learn how the creator of Mickey Mouse, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Disneyland, and much more was a risk taker whose artistry, imagination, and vision influenced popular culture through animated and live action films, television programs, theme parks, and new technologies. Here it is, an aerial view, and it's a model of Walt's Disney, right?
Well, yeah, we call it the Disneyland of Walt's imagination because it's not Disneyland at any one specific time. It represents everything that Walt was involved in during his lifetime, because he never saw the Pirates of the Caribbean or the Haunted Mansion completed, but he was very involved in the early work.
Yeah, this is impressive. People come here and they just sit here and just, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
I mean, there's so many little things that move.
Yeah, Small World. We've got the, you know, obviously Adventureland.
The teacups.
There's a Matterhorn.
And if you'll see the little train coming around Disneyland, like it still does today.
Yes, just all the things we know in Disneyland. Huh?
It's true. And this model is actually built specifically for the museum by Kerner Optical, which did many, or was the special effects department for Lucasfilm.
You won't want to rush, so make sure you have plenty of time to spend in this awe-inspiring museum. The Walt Disney Family Museum truly encompasses the legacy of a world icon.
And you know, Walt always used to say it all started with a mouse.
That's right.
But we like to say it all started with Walt.
It did. It did it, and his family, and that's, you know, that's what this museum is all about, isn't it?
Absolutely. And just telling the whole story, and people can make up their own decisions. That's right. For who he was.
Well, thanks so much. It was an amazing tour. I mean, is there more? Or?
Well, we have the last gallery.
The last gallery? Wow, and just the last gallery, which is what?
It's just a recap of everything you've seen, and just to remind you everything that he did and all the lives he impacted. And it's really a good way to sum up everything, because there's so much.
Yes.
So you can just sit here and
just reflect and enjoy.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks so much.
Anytime.
And thank you for having us. It was an amazing tour, and you were an amazing host.
Thanks.
Really appreciate it. You know you're great, though.
I try.
Yeah, well, you love what you do, and I can tell.
I do.
And thank you so much for being with us. And until next time, just remember to enjoy. Coming up next, the world-famous Tonga Room. Welcome back to the Tonga Room and Hurricane Bar. Well, hello. We're in San Francisco in front of the world-famous Tonga Room. I want to experience some of the food, the ambiance, and some of the amazing drinks that the Tonga Room is very, very, very famous for. So come on, let's check this out.
Hey, how you doing?
My name is JP. I'm the restaurant manager of Tonga Room.
Now, this is obviously in the Fairmont Hotel.
It is.
But this used to be the pool for the hotel.
Correct. It was the pool in 1929. 1945, we did the conversion to what it is right now.
Oh, wow, it's raining in here. What's going on? They got some rain going on.
Thunderstorm, lightning, and a little water, as you can see, so to replicate what's happening on the island.
Yeah.
So every 30 minutes, it rains.
Now today, you've got a couple of gluten-free menu items for
Gluten-free option. So we have a tofu cheesecake, and we have a Mongolian beef as well, that we adapted for you guys.
Right on, I'm excited. Well, let's get over there and get the food.
People are always worried about eating Asian food because of the soy component of it.
Yes.
We receive a lot of calls regarding that, but we're able to cater them. So Mongolian beef is a great example.
Okay.
We used a gluten-free soy sauce.
Okay.
So you have the beef, some shiitake mushroom, some carrots, some scallion. We put some gnocchi mushroom on top.
The little tiny white mushrooms,
correct.
they're so cute.
Scallion on top of it with fried rice noodle.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I guess now's the time when I get to try it. And you know, you never know, it might rain pretty soon. Oh, wait a minute.
It is gonna rain.
It is gonna rain. We couldn't even have planned that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you plan that?
I did not plan that one.
Okay.
This is amazing.
Well done.
Thank you. The secret for that dish is all about the beef.
It is.
That's all the secret about it.
Loved it. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. And now,
We have something beautiful here.
tofu cheesecake. So we have the tofu part on top. We have a white chocolate tuile right in between the layers. We have the lemon curds, raspberry.
Ooh.
So we go with the refreshing tropical flavors that you get on the island. So that's what the dessert is based on. And it was created especially for people with gluten allergies.
Yeah. What's a little crisscross? This is really pretty.
Candy peel orange.
Candy peeled orange. Okay.
Yep.
Right on. And look at all the layers. This is awesome. Ooh, the orange alone is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that is awesome.
You can easily detect all the flavors to it.
Easily detect them,
Yep.
and they all blend so well together. JP, the food was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I just can't wait to see how these drinks are going to be, because if the food's this good, these drinks that you're world famous for are going to blow my mind.
The food was there to support the drinks. Now we have to experience the real part of the Tiki experience.
Okay, well, let's do it.
All
I
right,
can't
let's
wait.
go.
This is awesome.
Don't go anywhere. More fun in the tropics is next. We're back. It might be raining, but we have umbrellas for our drinks at the Tonga Room.
Well, JP, you got me behind the world famous bar in the world famous Tonga Room.
Absolutely, the world famous Tiki bar. So we're going with the Mai Tai.
The Mai Tai, world famous Mai Tai.
Yeah. First, use the almond syrup.
The almond syrup.
Yeah.
And I see that it's not too much, guys. Very light amount.
Quarter of an ounce normally.
2 ounces the lime juice.
Lime juice, 2 ounces. So more lime than the almond syrup. Okay, very good.
3 ounces the pineapple juice.
Okay, so pineapple juice is a main component, huh?
Then
Okay.
the secret,
Crushed ice.
little crushed ice.
You got the nice pineapple, little cherry.
For the
and
cherry?
then, yeah, the umbrella. And a very nice straw.
Okay.
Now, okay, Chen, which alcohol would go in here normally?
Yes, rum 151.
151,
Dark rum.
black rum,
And triple sec.
triple sec. Okay, and I'll taste this. This looks good. It kind of like hits your taste buds and
Yeah.
gives you like that lime juice, and then the sweetness of the almond, and then the complement of the pineapple is incredible. Good job.
Thank you.
Pretty good work here. So that's a good one. Okay, so remember, that's the Mai Tai, all right? That's our first one.
Yep.
Okay, what do we have next, guys?
Yeah.
This looks pretty.
Yeah, the pineapple royal.
It's a real
Royale.
pineapple, huh?
Yes.
Right on. Okay, Chen, show us how to do it.
Yes, sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour, very good.
3 ounces. 3 ounces pineapple
Okay,
juice.
pineapple juice again, very good. And then the alcohol that you would normally put,
Yeah, triple sec.
triple sec,
Dark rum
black rum,
and brandy.
and then brandy.
Yeah,
Oh,
brandy.
okay, so you put a little brandy in this one.
Every cocktail has to get the little pineapple.
okay.
Everybody loves to
Gotta have a little pineapple, 'cause
Yep.
you gotta feel like you're in the tropics,
Correct.
right?
And then
Let me taste it. I really like that one, by the way. That
you're
was,
gonna like this one too.
Really?
This
So
one
think
is
so? Stir it up a little, and the crushed ice is really
crushed ice.
nice. Whoa, totally different.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
A lot more of pineapple flavor
Yeah, a
than the
lot
other
more
one.
pineapple in
Yep.
That's really good. Those in here, we can make
this
an
one is the
aquarium.
big boy one.
What's this one for, Chin? How many people?
For 4.
This is for 4 people.
Yeah. Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour, our friend Sweet and Sour, yeah.
The orange juice.
Orange juice. Whoa. Hope the crew's gonna help me drink these things. Crushed ice again. Crushed ice. Yeah. It's pretty looking. Yeah. Chin, what alcohol do we put in this one if we're gonna make it alcohol?
151.
151.
And that rum.
Black rum, which is powerful. Yeah. All right, guys, choose your weapons. For you too. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit in here and we're gonna see what it's up. All right, guys. That thing tastes awesome.
That's awesome, and without the alcohol, so you can imagine with the alcohol.
People are gonna have a lot of fun here. This is a party in a bowl.
Yeah.
Sounds like. Good job, Chad.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us to this, the world famous Tonga Room. Really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
Thank you so much for being here with us. And until next time, just remember to enjoy. Okay, we're back. Thanks to the Walt Disney Family Museum for welcoming us and sharing with us Walt Disney's one-of-a-kind life story. And to the Tonga Room and Hurricane Bar for showing us why they're still the best tiki lounge around. Until next time, just remember to enjoy.